Crowcoin has had a very impressive performance over the past month, up over 43%, and global adoption for this coin may continue as Crypto.com has just sealed regulatory approval in another key region for crypto adoption. You can expect to hear about all this and more in today's episode of the Everything Crypto Show. Now, before we hop into today's content, just a friendly reminder that I am not a financial advisor. I am simply here for your crypto news and entertainment purposes. And if you do find these videos informative or entertaining, please consider hitting that sub button, hitting that like button, and turning the notification bell on. And I do appreciate all of the support on the channel. So we're going to hop into today's topic of discussion, and that is going to be Crowcoin. The last time we spoke about this project, we covered the upcoming burn, which is going to be about 50 million Crow, and this community pool burn wallet has grown since then, now sitting at 52.5 million Crow, worth about 5.078 million US dollars. So we do have the first upcoming burn for Crowcoin. If the proposal passes, it should be coming in the near future. And additionally, we just received some news today that Crypto.com has been authorized as an electronic money institution from the United Kingdom's Financial Conduct Authority. So we can see here that the approval followed Crypto.com's registration as a crypto asset business with the FCA in August of 2022. And in my opinion, the UK is a very important area for crypto adoption. So if Crypto.com can be one of the few fully regulated crypto asset providers or crypto exchanges that is regulated in this region, I think that would go a very long way for the company, and this could lead to further adoption of Crowcoin as well. So here's a direct quote from CEO Chris Marzalek. He says, "The UK has and continues to be a hugely important market for our business and the greater industry. We look forward to continuing to collaborate with a global regulatory leader in the FCA in our collective pursuit of responsible innovation for crypto." And today's announcement continues Crypto.com's regulatory license momentum, and they have been getting a ton of regulatory approval throughout the bear market, really been building out as much regulation approval as possible and just kind of getting that global presence in preparation for the upcoming bull run, which, you know, if you guys have been watching the price action over the past month, it is coming. I mean, the Bitcoin halving takes off in about April of next year, and I do believe that will kick off sort of like the serious bull market. I do still think we are in the very early innings. And you can see here, right? Like, this is just some of the regulatory approval they have gotten throughout the bear market, okay? They actually got approved in Singapore. They got approved by the U.S. Commodity Futures Trading Commission to offer an options trading platform. According to them, this was the first CFTC-regulated crypto derivatives product in the United States. You can see here they also got regulatory approval in France, in Dubai, in Australia, in South Korea, in Spain, in Italy, in Cyprus, in Greece, and they also have a pre-registration undertaking with the Ontario Securities Commission and the Canada Securities Administrators. So I want to actually take a look at the Crypto.com strike options and show you guys this as well, because I think that Crypto.com's presence in North America is extremely important, especially at a time where Binance and the former CEO are currently facing criminal charges, and Binance was actually removed from operating in Ontario, which is the most populated region in Canada. I think it was over a year ago at this point, and you can actually see here, I don't see where it is in the post, but basically what happened here was they acquired a company, I think this was back in 2021, that did actually have this CFTC regulation, and now through this regulation they are able to offer this crypto derivatives product, which they do actually just continue kind of expanding for just the coins that you can actually use for options through this platform. So definitely very cool to see them continuing to build out the infrastructure for Crypto.com and really try and just make it a one-stop shop for all of your crypto needs. And additionally, I mean, there are some trickle effects I do want to talk about here. There are some ways that Crypto.com not only incentivizes you to use their app, but also to actually use their native token, Crowcoin. And the big one here is the Crypto.com Visa, in my opinion. This is one of the best crypto visas offered globally from what I have seen. And this is, I think, a really good kind of case for not only purchasing Crow to hold the visa, but actually continuing to lock up this Crow to receive the benefits. You can see here each tier does require a certain amount of Crow purchased. Here are the cashback rates, and after 180 days, you are able to unlock this Crow and sell it. But if you do so, you can see that your rewards get significantly nerfed. And I do also think it's worth noting that the cashback here you see on the card, this 1, 2, 3, and 5% respectively, all are paid back in Crow. And I think that's relevant, if you consider that from the bear market lows, Crowcoin has essentially just about doubled, right? If we take a look at the price action, so let's go to the price range. And here we have Crow. I mean, yeah, it's basically doubled from those bear market lows. And that effectively means that, if you have the Royal Indigo and Jade Green and you're getting 2% cash back, if you were getting any 2% cash back when Crow was at about that 5-cent area, well, now the Crow is close to 10 cents. All that cash back that was worth 2% is worth about 4%. And yeah, I think that this Visa is it's just a part of Crypto.com. It has a very sticky ecosystem, in my opinion, that encourages you to use their app to hold their coin for benefits, and the Visa is just one of those. Now, I do want to talk specifically about the UK as well and why I think that's such an important region for Crowcoin. And we actually know that the UK committed in 2022. They basically set out a plan to make the UK a global crypto asset technology hub. They are looking to bring stable coins in as a recognized form of payment. They're looking to make the UK a global hub for crypto asset technology and investment. And their FCA-led Crypto Sprint is working with the Royal Mint on an NFT and engagement group to work more closely with the industry. And this is the Chancellor of the Exchequer. I probably botched that, but this is Rishi Sunak. This is the current Prime Minister of the UK. And he basically says, it is my ambition to make the UK a global hub for crypto asset industry. We want to see the businesses of tomorrow and the jobs they create here in the UK. And by regulating effectively, we can give them the confidence they need to think and invest long term. And I do think it's worth noting that this came out in 2022, right? So this was not exactly like the most attractive time to be getting into crypto. A lot of people were bearish at this point. So it's not like the UK is seeing everything pump and now they want to kind of commit to being a global crypto asset technology hub. This has been in the works throughout the entire bear market. And I do think it's very important that Crypto.com did actually receive approval in this region. Now I want to wrap this video up, taking a couple of minutes to talk about Crowcoin itself. We covered the Crypto.com news, and now I do want to talk about their native token. So we mentioned at the beginning of the video that Crowcoin has had a very impressive month, right? If we actually take a look on the 1 month chart, if we change this to a percent scale, it's up about 46.25%. And at its peak, it was actually up, it was up here at about 12.5 cents. Now it has come down from that level, currently sitting at about the 9.5 cent range, more or less. And you can see here, if we take a look at the shorter term time frames, it is kind of respecting this uptrending channel that it does have going on at the moment. However, I do want to zoom out because this 10 cent area is one that we have been watching for a very long time, okay? If we actually take a look at the bear market, so here's 2022, and you can actually see that the 10 cent mark did hold as a very big area of support, basically until it didn't, right? Like we can see here in June when we saw a major flash crash there, that 10 cent held. We saw it hold again in September. We saw it hold again in October. And then in November, boom, Crowcoin did fall below that 10 cent level. Now you can see here, if we take a look at the past 1 year, that it actually did spend basically the entire year from November, not the entire year, let's call it about 11 months, from November of 2022 to October of 2023, it was actually below, I take it back, it actually didn't get above this level till November. So essentially it spent a year here below that 10-cent range, and recently it did break out, going all the way up to about 12.2 cents. So we can see why 10 cents was important there in the bear market. If we actually go back even further to the bull market, you'll notice that Crow actually did bounce off that 10-cent area one more time before it went on that parabolic rally, from July sitting at 10 cents to being about 95 cents in November of the same year, marking about an 825% rally. So 10 cents is important. That's what I'm trying to say, basically. And if we take a look at the chart here, I mean, you're going to notice, let's go to the shorter time frame. Crowcoin broke above 10 cents, broke back down below it, and since then has not been able to get back above this area, okay? In fact, we can actually see here that since it broke back down below, it's been rejected here, once, twice, 3 times, 4 times. However, it is worth noting, right, that while it is getting rejected at the 10-cent level, it is also kind of making these higher lows on a shorter time frame. So definitely looking to see what Crowcoin wants to do at this level. Do we want to break this downtrend? Do we want to break above 10 cents? That's kind of what I'm looking for when it does come to Crowcoin. Now, one other chart I do want to look at is the Crow versus Bitcoin pair. And the reason I want to look at this, I do think it's worth valuing altcoins and kind of comparing them to their Bitcoin valuation, right? And I think the big thesis behind that is that, if you're going to buy an altcoin, if it's not outperforming Bitcoin, you would have essentially just been better off owning Bitcoin, right? So that's why we do like to take a look at the alt Bitcoin pairs. And you guys are going to notice here that Crowcoin does have a tendency to basically go through periods of outperforming Bitcoin for, a couple of months. Here was actually about half a year, right? From December 2019 to August of 2020. To underperforming Bitcoin drastically. And then once again, we saw it outperform Bitcoin. This was near the peak of the market cycle. And since then, it has been underperforming Bitcoin. Now, what I find interesting is that so far, Crowcoin has actually held the line where it did last time versus Bitcoin. And this did actually mark the beginning of a new uptrend for Crow versus Bitcoin. So that is also definitely something to keep in mind. Just something to keep my eye on at the moment when it does come to Crowcoin. So let me know in the comments down below what you think about this altcoin. I hope you enjoyed the content in today's video. I hope you all stay happy, safe, and healthy, and I hope to catch you in the next one. Peace out for now.